is now for years in prison, the head of that PKK, whatever. I forgot his name.
It's like an O and A and X, and I'm not good at this.
Okay, the Turkey.
Yeah.
He is in
Oxalan,
prison.
Oxalan,
The leader of Kurds.
Figure
But at the same
and-
time, he is
and
now reading
figurative
like crazy. I know, because I know people who know him, have contact with him in prison. He reads now feminism, quantum physics, whatever, everything. And he's a wonderful guy. He knows me. You know how I learned this? Sorry, it's a stupid anecdote, but it's a wonderful one. Once I was, trigger warning, it's a little bit obscene, but in a very friendly way. Once I was in Turkey and some stupid journalist was annoying me, like just a couple of short questions, quick answers. Okay, then it went into this totally non-theoretical private direction, like, what's the best ideal situation in which you would like to find yourself? You don't ask me this if you are aware how my dirty mind works. I told him my ideal situation is to be in bed with a beautiful naked lady and debate philosophy with her. 2 days afterwards, this guy, I forgot his name, wrote from prison an open letter to this journal claiming, I agree with Professor Žižek, I would also like to be in that position. How can you not like this guy? But quite seriously, what you said is so important, it's miraculous. It's how something, the Kurdish resistance that people were dismissing at, just killing totalitarian, got into this. I mean, it's one of the miracles. So true. And
me.
do you know, I hope you must know better, it wasn't a myth that among their fighters, there were many women.
Yeah.
They had women. But another thing I just want to add, it's interesting, it's extremely important what you said about jokes. And I know this from my own experience, Yugoslav-Balkan War, from historical experience, that, jokes are not just jokes. It's my old point, I repeat it. When you are really in deep shit, tragedy, mass murders, it's too early, it's still too traumatic for you to adopt a properly tragic attitude of mourning. The only way to do it is through jokes. And this was confirmed when I first learned that, that in Poland, already in the during World War II and after, there was a whole series by the Jews of Auschwitz jokes. And that was their idea. It's so traumatic that we cannot play, tragedy, or blah, blah, blah. No, it's there. When things, tragedy implies a certain dignity for you as a victim. Like, somebody is beating you, you open your shirt, beat me, but you will never kill my spirit. No, when you are really down. And I was so glad to discover that the well-known massacre during the Bosnian War, the city of Srebrenica, they have now, and following your instruction, I will not tell you not even one of them, because they are undescribably filthy. Even I was shocked. But they have they have, don't provoke me too much, because then, no, but what I want to say, they have a whole tradition of incredible jokes, and I spoke with them. And they told me, sorry, it's still too hot, too traumatic for us. We cannot yet afford. This is why my other point, and with this I will not take too much time, I will finish. First, that's why it's something so profoundly true in the fact that the films about Holocaust, most of them, the best, are comedies. It's necessary. It would be still even today a fake to do it as a tragedy and so on. And I don't even, I think La Vita è Bella, Benigni, even, you know what I don't like in that movie? I met in Italy the one who wrote the script for Benigni, and he was shocked by my idea but agreed with it. You saw the movie, I will not lose time. You remember the father with his son in concentration camp, probably Auschwitz, and to make the situation for his son tolerable, he invents a lie, that it's really just a big competition test. If you survive, you get a big prize. They can leave if they want at any moment, blah, blah, blah. But the end of the movie screws everything up. Because at the end, you are supposed to cry. The son survives and blah, blah, blah. I imagined a much more comical, but at the same time, totally desperate ending of the movie. When the father, played by Benigni himself, is taken to be executed, he tried to turn it into a joke, mockingly, like, oh, it's all a joke, salutes. But what if, through some small gesture at that moment, he would discover that his son also all the time knew the truth, but just feigned to believe his father to make it easier for him, for this father, so that it was much easier for his father to be able to say to him, oh, at least my son doesn't know the seriousness. Wouldn't that be a truly desperate ending, you know? But so the really good one, who did this? Liliana Cavanier, who, do you know Pasqualino Sette Bellezze? The other, called Lina Wertmüller, sorry. That one, precisely because it's more to the comic, is much more desperate, serious. If I were to choose one, I will stick to that movie. You should see it. You get everything today, but I come from a happy country. In contrast to you, I don't know how it is here. We are such a small shithole of a country that the big companies don't care if we download through Pirate Bay and so on. We are too small a market because, you know, big company must invest to follow. And we are free. You can freely download everything. So